you so much for joining us today for this episode of This or That Thursday.
Today is our veggie edition of This or That Thursday, so we will be talking about all the different types of vegetables. There's a lot of hype about vegetables because they are chock full of nutrients, but just because they're chock full of nutrients doesn't mean you need to sit and gorge on vegetables all the time. So today we're going to talk about the best kinds of vegetables and maybe some that aren't quite as good.
Yes, one of our big pieces of advice for health and fitness is to really eat vitamin-rich produce, but when it comes to vegetables, some are better than others.
Yes, in fact, some veggies are starchier than others, whereas other vegetables have a higher water content and not as many nutrients. So today, we're going to be talking about a bunch of different types of vegetables and kind of categorizing them for you so you can make a decision about which ones you choose to eat.
Yes, one of the ones that we really love happen to be very high in fiber, which is great in aiding in digestion, and those include broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, spinach, Brussels sprouts, and kale.
Yes, so those vegetables are great because they have a whole bunch of different benefits for your body, and since they're high in fiber, they're good for the people who don't get enough fiber in their daily nutrition. So our next group are the ones that are a little bit higher in water. They don't have as much fiber, and they don't have quite as many nutrients as the other vegetables. Those vegetables would be things like your lettuce, cucumbers, and celery. Now they're still great snacks because they are packed with nutrients, but not quite as many as the other ones. So these ones are great filler vegetables, as you know, because they're always in salads and they are what give a lot of volume to your food. And a lot of people use the celery, cucumbers as snacks because they are still a food. They have a good crunch and they're good for snacking because they're low in calories, but they don't have quite as many nutrients as the other vegetables.
Now the next group of veggies happens to be more starchier. So these are typically considered more of a carbohydrate, but they're still jam-packed with nutrients. And these include potatoes, corn, winter squash such as butternut and acorn. We have jicama, which is a type of potato as well, beets, and peas. So yeah, like I said, they're more considered of a carbohydrate, but they're still good for you and nutritious.
Like Carmen said, in the nutrition program, when I'm writing out nutrition programs for clients, I usually consider these as types of carbohydrates, and I don't really put them as a veggie. So a meal might have one of these vegetables in addition to another higher fiber vegetable. So more starchy, so more carbohydrates in there. Okay, the next group that we have are ones that aren't quite very high in fiber, but they're not that starchy either, and it's not that they're filled with water. These vegetables are really great filler vegetables, and these are things like the bell peppers, your mushrooms, your zucchini, your yellow squash, onions, things like that. Like I said, they don't have a whole bunch of carbohydrates, but they also don't have a whole bunch of fiber either. They are still packed with a ton of nutrients, and they're full of flavor, so you can eat all of those in moderation as well.
Now we're going to talk about some of our favorites based on taste, availability, price, and nutrition.
Some of those include things like kale, Brussels sprouts, your broccoli, asparagus, cauliflower. I like cauliflower a lot because it is so versatile. You can make so many different things out of it. You also have bell peppers, green beans, spinach, and carrots. So there's a really good variety of different vegetables in there from all the different groups. We love all of these ones for the reasons that Carmen said, so those are our top choices.
We just want to reiterate that veggies are super important in your diet, so make sure that you eat them. These are just some tips on which ones may be more suitable for maybe your meal plan or which ones you should eat that have the best fiber and nutrition.
So eat your veggies, and we will see you tomorrow for Fit Tip Friday. Bye!
Bye guys!